12-point audio presents The Hebridean Baker, written and read by me, the author, Coinneach Macleod. FÀILTE, I'm the Hebridean Baker. Close your eyes. What is your picture of the Outer Hebrides? Walking along a deserted beach on a wild stormy day? Climbing to the top of a heather-strewn hill with a happy wee dog by your side? Sipping a dram of whiskey at a cèilidh as a Gaelic song is being sung? Or sitting by your aunt's warm stove, waiting for a cake to come out of the oven? For me, it has been all these things, and more, and they have inspired every page of this book. FÀILTE, I'm the Hebridean Baker. My name is Coinneach Macleod, and I am from the island of Lewis, the furthest north of the Outer Hebrides of Scotland. My love of baking is only equalled by the love I have for the island where I was born, which made writing this cookbook a very special and humbling experience. I feel like I'm living my dream, sharing recipes and stories from the islands with you. The Hebrides is a larder like no other, with some of the best whiskey, seafood, meat and homegrown produce you'll ever be lucky enough to enjoy. And I'm hoping whether you are in Brooklyn, Vancouver or Perth, you'll discover a wee slice of the Hebrides among these pages. Best of all, I'd love it if this book made you do 3 things. 1. Come and visit the Hebrides. When the late First Minister of Scotland, Donald Dewar, first visited Lewis, he met an elderly woman working on her croft in Uig on the west coast of the island. He asked her if she felt remote. She lifted her head and said to him, "Remote from where?" "Yes, we might be far away, but we do not feel remote. We are part of our community. And maybe I'm biased, but for me, here is the most beautiful place on earth." And to entice you, I'm going to tell you stories about our islands, its culture, language, traditions and legends. For all of you who travel to the islands, you will go home with a memory you will never forget. Be it standing in the centre of a 5,000-year-old stone circle, hearing the Gaelic language spoken for the first time, unrolling that perfect yard of Harris tweed, eating the freshest lobster you've ever had, being spun around by a burly man in a kilt at your first cèilidh dance, or walking through one of our beautiful villages, wondering if your ancestors took the same path. So, now is the time to let your story with the Hebrides begin. 2. Slow down. The Danes created hygge, which we can understand as a feeling of contentment, snuggling up by the fire wrapped in a warm blanket, sipping tea from your favourite mug while a storm rages outside. It is a lifestyle that feels wholesome and nourishing, created from a set of ingredients that include togetherness, presence and comfort. So what is the Gaelic word for hygge? Well, maybe it's not a direct translation, but the word I would use is blas, which means warmth, kindliness and contentment. There is a saying in Gaelic, "Berry blas Lewis." It translates as, there is a time for everything. What is my perfect day of blas? Taking a walk down to the shoreline and hearing the sea roar. Looking out the window to see Peter digging in the garden, planting his vegetables. Pulling all the cookbooks out from the bookshelves and deciding what I'm going to bake. Then sitting by the stove, learning the tune of an old Gaelic song. Why don't you try it for a day? Maybe blas could become the way of life you were looking for. 3. Try a few of my recipes. My recipes are all wee bakes that use a simple set of ingredients. Wholesome and comforting. Something you'd serve up when your best friend comes over for a visit. The recipes are rustic. They should taste like a...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?